I never felt bitter or jealous because early in my life I had made similar choices.
Lies started coming out, but we didn't know that she had told the royal family so many porcupines. So it makes sense. Oh my.
The royal marriage as a springboard. It certainly seems as though after the wedding was over,
For years, everyone dismissed her as the bitter, jealous sister. The wheelchair-bound half-sibling who couldn't stand seeing Meghan Markle transform from struggling actress to global royalty. But when Samantha Markle went live on television and dropped her most explosive accusation yet, the entire world stopped breathing. Because this wasn't just another family feud anymore. This was war. Meghan's pregnancies were fake, Samantha declared without hesitation, her voice steady and cold.
Meghan Markle wins defamation lawsuit against half-sister Samantha, as Florida judge dismisses.
Those weren't real babies she was carrying. It was all a performance. And just like that, the glossy image Meghan had spent years perfecting began to crumble. If you think you know the truth about Meghan Markle's motherhood, think again. This story is about to shatter everything you believed. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button because YouTube doesn't notify everyone when we drop these explosive revelations. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.
I can't go back to 2018 and sue. And by the time I figured out what was going on.
Picture this. Meghan Markle, the radiant Duchess, glowing in designer maternity wear, hands delicately cradling her growing bump for the cameras. Every photo was flawless, every public appearance choreographed to perfection. She sold the world on this vision of modern royal motherhood, complete with heartfelt interviews about the magic of carrying life and those tender moments we all witnessed. The Globe celebrated when Prince Archie arrived in 2019.
Meghan Markle's half-sister definitely isn't half-hearted in her recent takedown of Meg's mom.
And again when Princess Lilibet made her entrance in 2021. Headlines gushed about the Sussex children, the future of the monarchy, the beautiful mixed-race babies who represented a new era. Meghan had successfully crafted herself as the maternal figure the royal family desperately needed. But according to her own flesh and blood, every single moment was an elaborate lie. Meet Samantha Markle, 17 years older than Meghan, confined to a wheelchair and carrying secrets that would make your blood run cold.
My half-sister, who I hadn't seen for over a decade, and that was only for a day and a half, suddenly it felt like she was.
For years, the media painted her as the bitter half-sister, the jealous relative who couldn't handle Meghan's fairy tale success. Royal experts dismissed her as irrelevant. Online trolls called her desperate for attention. They were all wrong. Samantha wasn't bitter, she was terrified. Because she knew what really happened behind those palace walls, and she'd been watching Meghan lie to the world for years. The breaking point came when she could no longer stay silent about the most sacred lie of all.
Samantha Markle has issued a second legal challenge against her half-sister Meghan Markle. Samantha has appealed the dismissal of her
Meghan's motherhood. But Samantha's story doesn't start with pregnancies. It starts in a house in California where strange smells would waft from the downstairs rooms. Burning wire, chemical odors that young Samantha couldn't identify at the time. Only later would someone suggest to her that it might have been crack cocaine being cooked. Samantha recalls her brother Tom Jr. witnessing their mother, Doria Ragland, preparing something suspicious on the stove.
Every day there was another humiliating photo in the papers. Thomas Markle buying a new loo. Thomas Markle buying a six-pack.
While recreational substances might not have raised eyebrows in 1970s California, Samantha's concern wasn't historical. It was maternal. She feared that if Meghan was exposed to these substances in the womb, it could have affected her development, citing psychiatric research linking in utero exposure to traits like narcissism and emotional detachment. The same traits Samantha claims that Meghan displays today. But Samantha's most devastating allegation centers on something much more recent.
Oh my goodness, my friends. I am absolutely shaking right now as I bring you what might be the most explosive royal
and much more damning. According to her, Meghan's first husband, Trevor Engelson, once confided to others that Meghan could not have children. Samantha wasn't there when this conversation happened, but she claims her brother heard it directly and believes every word. This revelation resurfaced old whispers that Meghan's children were born through surrogacy, something the couple has never confirmed nor denied. And when you start connecting the dots, Samantha's timeline becomes chilling.
So a Florida judge permanently dismissed Samantha Markle defamation lawsuit against Meghan. The case was dismissed with prejudice after Samantha...
She claims their father, Thomas Markle, told her that Meghan picked up her frozen eggs 9 months before Prince Archie's birth. My father said 9 months before Archie was allegedly born that Meghan picked up her frozen eggs, Samantha revealed in a bombshell interview. I thought, that makes sense there would be a surrogate involved. The mathematical precision is haunting. 9 months, exactly the gestation period. Exactly the timeline that would make sense if Meghan was orchestrating the biggest royal deception in modern history.
Because she does hold the PR cards. I do not, and that's the difference. So,
Samantha didn't just come with accusations, she came with evidence. For years, she'd been analyzing every photo, every video, every public appearance where Meghan displayed her bump. What she found was disturbing. She questioned how someone allegedly 8 months pregnant could gracefully bend down in high heels without hesitation. She pointed to clips where Meghan's bump appeared to shift, wobble, or seemingly deflate in ways that seem physiologically impossible. The infamous checkered dress incident where Meghan's stomach swayed unnaturally.
Meghan Markle's sister Samantha taking Meghan to court over lies and defamation allegations made against her and her dad, Meghan,
became Samantha's smoking gun. If everything was normal, Samantha asked pointedly, why all the secrecy? She noted that palace staff were reportedly banned from touching Meghan's belly, and even royal doctors were allegedly denied access for physical examinations. The level of control and privacy around Meghan's pregnancies was unprecedented, even for royals. Most damning of all, Samantha observed that there were no traditional hospital photo calls, no proud senior royals flanking Meghan's side like they did with William and Kate.
Were you surprised, Samantha, that your sister tried to make out that she's some sort of repressed?
At the time, people assumed Meghan wanted privacy. But now, with Samantha's allegations ringing in everyone's ears, that distance looked deliberate and suspicious. Samantha didn't keep her suspicions to herself. She became one of the most active propagators of pregnancy conspiracy theories online, coordinating with influential anti-Meghan YouTube accounts and other critics of the Sussexes. Screenshots of her now-deleted tweets show her pushing the fake pregnancy narrative with surgical precision.
Ghastly, appalling, the kind of worst half-sister imaginable, somebody who clearly wants to be.
She joined private groups on platforms like MeWe, where she shared what she claimed was inside information with fellow pregnancy truthers. These groups became repositories of anti-Meghan disinformation, analyzing every photo and video for evidence of prosthetic bellies and staged moments. I think it should be mandatory that proof of delivery from my sister's womb be provided if any of the children are to have a title, Samantha declared boldly.
I hadn't seen for over a decade, and that was only for a day and a half. Suddenly, it felt like she was everywhere.
Archie should not have a title because I believe a surrogate was involved. The implications were staggering. If true, it would mean the line of succession was built on a lie. Just when it seemed like Samantha's accusations couldn't get more explosive, another voice joined the chorus. A mysterious woman known only as DL stepped forward, claiming she wasn't just a witness to Meghan's deception. She was the actual surrogate who carried both Archie and Lilibet.
That's what she said. And you know what? What was that?
DL didn't come empty-handed. She claimed to have hospital bills, medical records, and even a signed non-disclosure agreement. Most chilling of all, she said she had been promised privacy and compensation, but instead was erased while Meghan built her fairy tale image of motherhood on her back. Meghan wore a fake belly and the world believed it, DL allegedly stated. Her words hit harder than any family accusation because she claimed firsthand involvement in the deception. For Meghan's critics, DL's emergence was the smoking gun they'd been waiting for.
But I grew up as an only child, which everyone who grew up around me knows. And I wish...
Suddenly, this wasn't just angry family members making accusations. This was someone claiming direct participation in what would be the biggest royal fraud in history. Fast forward to June 2025, and Meghan made what she probably thought was a brilliant move to silence her critics forever. She posted a throwback video of herself dancing with Harry in a hospital room while heavily pregnant with Lilibet, trying to induce labor through movement and joy. The video was meant to be humanizing, authentic, and definitive proof of her real pregnancy.
The word choices were so dramatic and so pointed, and none of them true. I mean,
Instead, it became gasoline on an already raging fire. Samantha and the pregnancy truthers pounced immediately. They claimed the video showed clear evidence of a fake bump, pointing to unusual movements and shapes that they argued were impossible for a real pregnancy. Comments flooded social media, calling the belly poorly stuffed and obviously fake. Even a blind person can see the poorly stuffed belly is fake, one commenter wrote, summarizing the sentiment of thousands.
Samantha Markle, who is half-sister to the Duchess, has gone to court again to sue the Duchess for defamation, saying that the Duchess has painted...
Rather than shutting down the conspiracy theories, Meghan's dancing video gave them new life. The very evidence she hoped would vindicate her became ammunition for her accusers. What makes Samantha's campaign particularly devastating is how it destroyed any remaining family bonds. She accused Meghan of weaponizing secrecy to control narratives from the beginning, from keeping their father Thomas away from Harry before the engagement to cutting off family ties without explanation.
Relationships go. Guys, I almost shat myself at work today. I'm not even joking. Like, how did nobody tell me that Meghan Markle's family...
Samantha claimed Meghan manipulated family members, including preventing her own daughter Ashley from attending the royal wedding. My sister, in fact, was the one reportedly who told Ashley she couldn't go to the wedding, Samantha revealed. So I felt like she was manipulating my daughter, lying to her. The accusations paint a picture of Meghan as someone who systematically isolated herself from anyone who might expose inconvenient truths, using her royal status as both shield and weapon against her own family.
I would sum her up as not very good. She shouldn't be a mother, or should not.
The war between the sisters escalated to courtrooms when Samantha filed a defamation lawsuit against Meghan over statements made during the infamous Oprah interview. Meghan had claimed she grew up as an only child and barely knew Samantha, statements that infuriated her half-sister. But when screenshots of Samantha's anti-Meghan tweets surfaced, her lawyer claimed her accounts had been hacked and that unspecified statements attributed to her were made by third parties to defame her.
This short 1-minute video shows exactly who Meghan Markle is behind the mask, and we can get a sense without the help of a...
The convenient excuse raised eyebrows about whether Samantha was trying to distance herself from her own online warfare. Meanwhile, Meghan's legal team fired back with cease and desist letters, threatening lawsuits against anyone who dared repeat the pregnancy allegations. But here's the dangerous game Meghan was playing. Lawsuits mean discovery. Medical records could be subpoenaed. Non-disclosure agreements could be tested. Witnesses would swear under oath. By threatening legal action, Meghan risked cracking open the very shell she was desperate to protect.
Meghan Markle and a doctor, and Katie asks me to be a part of it. So I was like, oh, okay.
Samantha's influence extended far beyond family drama. She became a central figure in what researchers call the pregnancy truther movement, a network of online accounts dedicated to proving Meghan's pregnancies were fake. These groups operate like any extremist misinformation network, rallying people around falsehoods and directing rage at their target. The movement includes accounts with hundreds of thousands of followers, churning out endless videos and posts analyzing every photo of Meghan's pregnancies.
Meghan Markle's engagement ring has captivated the world since 2017, but have you noticed its many changes along the years?
They call themselves Meghan Truthers or Meg-Citeers, and their dedication to the conspiracy is frightening in its intensity. Some extreme elements claim Meghan and Harry's children don't exist at all, accusing the couple of using lifelike dolls during public appearances. The accusations have grown so wild that they've entered truly unhinged territory. But Samantha's initial claims provided the foundation for all of it. Experts point out a disturbing pattern in these pregnancy conspiracies.
Your talent crush. Who's your girl crush? Wait, hold on. You have one little dot on your nose. It was just water, I think.
Similar rumors targeted Beyoncé and Serena Williams, suggesting these attacks aren't just about Meghan, but about society's unfamiliarity with what pregnancy looks like for women of color. In Britain, medical diagrams, pregnancy books, and advertisements almost exclusively feature white women. This creates a knowledge gap that conspiracy theorists exploit, claiming that differences in appearance are evidence of deception rather than natural variation. Samantha's accusations, whether intentionally or not,
Meghan Markle has said that she wants to become a brand like Martha Stewart. I want to be...
tapped into these existing biases and gave them a veneer of family legitimacy that made them harder to dismiss. Throughout all of this, the royal family maintained complete silence. No statements defending Meghan, no counter evidence presented, no royal doctors stepping forward to confirm the pregnancies were real. The silence was deafening and, according to critics, spoke louder than any words could. Some interpreted the palace's distance as evidence they knew something was wrong.
Let's talk about Meghan Markle for a second, because something weird's going on, and it's got a lot of people raising eyebrows, especially
the lack of traditional royal pregnancy protocols, the absence of senior royals at key moments, the unusual level of secrecy around both pregnancies suddenly looked less like privacy preferences and more like damage control. Harry and Meghan's response to the allegations followed a predictable pattern: legal threats, media spin, and character assassination of their accusers. They portrayed Samantha as a bitter family member seeking attention and dismissed the online conspiracy theorists as racist trolls.
Meghan had gone rogue. She bypassed protocols, ignored professional advice, and doubled down on a campaign that nobody else.
But insiders reported that Harry was privately spiraling, furious and frightened, storming at staff and obsessing over coverage. The man who once stood for honesty and mental health awareness now appeared unstable, consumed with rage and fear about protecting secrets that might not exist. The cruel irony wasn't lost on observers. The couple, who built their brand on authenticity and truth-telling, were now accused of orchestrating one of the most elaborate deceptions in royal history.
The internet's going wild after those pregnancy photos, and honestly, the evidence is pretty damn convincing. Did Meghan Markle just
When Harry and Meghan's Netflix documentary series launched, featuring photos of Meghan during pregnancy and ultrasound images, the couple probably thought they were providing definitive proof of real pregnancies. Instead, the conspiracy theorists used these very images as further evidence of deception. You could have a video of Meghan giving birth, and they will probably claim that it is CGI, researcher Christopher Bowsey observed. We're not dealing with rational people here. The documentary's pregnancy content, meant to silence critics, only reinvigorated the conspiracy movement and gave them fresh material to analyze and distort. As 2025 progressed, the pressure on Meghan intensified. Her Netflix deal was ending, Hollywood connections were cooling, and the pregnancy allegations refused to die. Every public appearance became scrutinized. Every family photo analyzed for evidence. Every business venture shadowed by questions about her honesty. Samantha, meanwhile, continued her campaign with unwavering determination.
Not be real.
The reason I didn't think it was AI is because it looks like the stomach is fake, where the baby, I swear.
She appeared on podcasts, gave interviews, and maintained her social media presence despite multiple account suspensions. Her message never wavered. Meghan's pregnancies were fake, and the world deserved to know the truth. What Samantha Markle unleashed cannot be undone. Whether her allegations are true or false, they've permanently damaged Meghan's reputation and raised questions that may never be fully answered. The sister who was dismissed as jealous and irrelevant proved she had the power to shake the foundations of the Sussex empire.
A quiet voice is suddenly speaking, and it isn't just a rumor anymore. For years, the world believed Archie and Lilibet were—
The truth about Meghan's pregnancies may never emerge definitively. Medical records remain private. NDAs stay sealed. Witnesses keep quiet. But the questions Samantha raised have taken on a life of their own, spreading far beyond family drama into a global conversation about truth, deception, and the price of royal status. Did Meghan Markle fake her pregnancies? Was Samantha telling the truth all along? Or was this the most successful character assassination in modern royal history?
That's not just technically wrong. It might actually void the certificate's legal strength. Here's why that matters. In the US,
the world is still watching, still wondering, and still divided. But one thing is certain. Samantha Markle, the sister everyone underestimated, proved she had the power to bring down a duchess. Whether she used that power to reveal truth or spread lies may be the ultimate mystery of our time. The fairy tale is over. The questions remain. And somewhere in California, Samantha Markle is probably smiling, knowing she changed everything with just a few explosive words on live television.
1994. Meghan Markle has just graduated from Immaculate Heart High School. While her classmates are planning college,
the sister who was supposed to stay silent became the voice that couldn't be ignored, and Meghan Markle's perfect image may never recover from the war, Samantha declared. So what do you think? Was Samantha Markle the brave truth teller who exposed the biggest royal fraud in history, or was she the bitter sister who destroyed an innocent woman's reputation with lies and conspiracies? The evidence is out there. The accusations have been made, and the world is still picking sides. One thing's for certain.
She was also furious about the whole surrogacy business and all of the speculation.
This story is far from over. Samantha's lawsuit is still pending. The pregnancy truthers are still analyzing every photo, and Meghan's trying desperately to rebuild her image while these allegations follow her everywhere she goes. If you found this investigation as shocking as I did, smash that like button and let me know in the comments what you believe. Do you think Meghan's pregnancies were real, or has Samantha been telling the truth this whole time? And if you want to stay updated on the latest developments in this royal scandal, hit that notification bell, because trust me, there's more explosive content coming your way. The Sussex fairy tale might be over, but the real story, that's just getting started. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one where we dive even deeper into the secrets the royals don't want you to know.